Hello guys, welcome back to Creator's Kitchen. Today we are going to use some turkey meat to do turkey meatball for tea tonight. So these are the turkey, this is how the minced turkey looks. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to add some spice to the turkey. As first I'm adding some all-purpose seasoning. You know, Caribbean love all-purpose seasoning. And next we're going to add some black pepper, and this is some mixed herb with oregano, and I'm adding all that to it as well. We are going to add some chopped onion. So this is one chopped onion. Now we are adding some 2 chopped garlic clove, which give you 1 teaspoon to the meatball, and some chopped bell pepper, half a chopped bell pepper. You know, turkey doesn't have a great flavor, so you have to put a lot in there to get. So this is turkey meatball we're gonna do for a tea tonight. And here is some whole wheat breadcrumbs. This is what I'm going to add to give it to hold it together. Guys, we're gonna add some chili powder. I forgot to mention the chili powder. So that's about a half teaspoon of chili powder, because the kids do not like the meal too spicy, so I have to cut down on the spice. And we're gonna add some soy sauce, which is the all-purpose on the soy sauce. Give it a nice flavor, so you don't need to add salt. And you just combine all the mince, turkey mince, with the spice and all the chopped onion. And you combine everything together, so you get a nice bowl. So now we're gonna knead this into balls and put them all into fry. And then we're gonna get them done up with some sauce, tomato sauce. As we are, as I said, I'm mixing all to make sure all the mince is combined with the spice properly, and the breadcrumbs all get into it. So when you're making the ball, it's not falling apart. So now we have some whole wheat breadcrumbs here, and what I'm going to do, make the balls and dip them into the breadcrumbs so they don't fall apart when we're frying them. Guys, we're going to fry the meatball, and we're using some olive oil to fry the meatball. So I'm putting a decent amount of olive oil in the pan so it doesn't stick or get loose, so it sit in some oil. You can use vegetables oil or whatever oil is your choice. And we're just waiting on our oil to hot now, and we're gonna add all the meatball to this oil, and then we're gonna make the sauce to put the meatball in. So right guys, now our oil is hot, and we're going to put our meatball in to fry. We're going to fry each side of these meatball for around 3.5 minutes, so say 7 minutes in total to fry them. So have them on a low flame so that they can nicely done. Our meatball is now fried, and we're gonna get some sauce done to put our meatball in. Now we are going to do our sauce, and that's some chopped spring onion, and we're going to put our tomato sauce into. Just let these spring onion cook for a little bit, and then we're going to pour our sauce in and add some thyme and some basil to our sauce. Don't need to make this sauce a bit fussy because the meatballs are really spicy and they're flavored, so you don't want the sauce to fussy. You can use tomato, the box tomato, or you can use the tin tomato, but I like to use the one in the box. And now we're going to add our tomato sauce, tomato to this. Also, you can use just fresh tomato if you want to, but I want to make life easy, so I'm just going with this tomato. I'm going to add a little water to that bowl. I might have to add some more sauce in it. And I'm going to put some fresh thyme in. I'm not chopping them. Just fresh thyme and some basil. Let that simmer, and then we're gonna place our meatball into the sauce. Here is our sauce cooking. I just leave it to cook for a few minutes. And now I'm going to add some soya sauce just to bring up the flavor a little bit in the sauce. You don't have to add soya sauce to your the sauce if you don't, but I'm adding some soya sauce to give it a little bit more flavor. And now we are going to add our meatball into the sauce and let it cook for a few minutes. So just dump them in and just let the sauce simmer on your meatball on a low flame. And you can serve these meatballs with rice, spaghetti, whatever your choice is. I know you're supposed to have spaghetti and meatball, but you can have meatball with anything. So now we're gonna leave our meatball to simmer for a few minutes. So now guys, I leave the meatball in this sauce to simmer for about 4 minutes. And we're gonna put our lid on it and leave it to simmer, and then we're gonna get back to that. Guys, the meatball is now ready to serve. It's nicely simmer, and we're just gonna serve this. I'm gonna serve this today with rice. The kids want rice with it, and so the gravy is nice. The sauce in it is lovely and thick, and oh my god, it is lovely. And you have a great meatball sauce there to go with some rice or some spaghetti if you like. Guys, we are going to do some buttery rice. What I did, I put some water to boil, and in this water I'm gonna add a pinch of salt to your taste. And with the salt, my great grandmother just used to get the spring onion and go like that into the pan, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So that we're going to do some buttery rice. So now I'm going to add butter to the rice. So when this rice cooks, it's going to really taste of butter. I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of butter into this water and let it dissolve in the water, and then I add my rice to it, just with the spring onion, salt and butter. This is how I saw my grandmother cook rice, buttery rice. So what you get from this, you get like a nice buttery flavor from it. You could use nut spread, natural butter. Please use salted butter as well, not unsalted butter. But if you're not allowed to take salt, then you use this salted. So while this is boiling in the water for about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, then I'm gonna add the rice to. You can see how the butter is on the top I'm gonna add the rice. And what the spring onion do, it give it a nice flavor with the butter. But if you add too much stuff to it, you won't taste the flavor of the butter. So now I wash my rice, and now I'm gonna add the rice to the pan. So here we go. The bowl is quite large, so I have to take my hand and scoop it in slowly. So I give my rice a few wash. Right. I'm gonna just stir, mix in the butter and the rice to make sure it's cooked. And we're gonna serve this with 2 meals. So now I'll leave that to cook, and I'll get back to you when that is finished cooked. Guys, our rice is now finished cooking, and this is how it looks. And we're going to serve this rice with our meatball, and also I'm going to do another meal for the rice, and I'll just show you the video as I go a lot ahead. So now I'm going to serve this for meal with the meatball. I know it sounds a bit weird with rice and meatball, but it tastes really good. I know meatball is supposed to go with spaghetti. Let's see what happened here. So the rice is now cooked, and it's nice and a buttery flavor. And I've just showed you, and you can see it looks a bit yellowy, the rice. So when you taste that, all you can taste a nice buttery flavor, like when you're eating croissant. It's lovely. So give this rice a try. You'll like it if you like butter. Hey guys, now the rice is finished and the meatball, and we're gonna serve this to the family. I hope you like this recipe. Give it a go. Send your comment, like and subscribe, and thanks for your support.